Hey everyone, and welcome! Today, we're gonna break down a really powerful English idiom. One you'll hear all the time when the pressure is on and the clock is ticking. So, let's dive in and figure out what it really means to be under the gun.
Okay, let me ask you something. You ever have that feeling? You know the one where the clock on the wall just seems to get louder and louder? You feel like everyone's watching you, and this massive deadline is just looming over your head? Yeah, that feeling. It's a special kind of stress, right?
Well, believe it or not, there's a perfect phrase for that exact feeling, being under the gun. It's when you're under a ton of pressure, you've got a super tight deadline, or maybe you're just feeling some intense scrutiny from your boss or your team. It perfectly sums up that mix of urgency and high expectations.
Okay, so when is the right time to actually use this phrase? Because you can't just use it for any old stressful moment. Nope. It's really for situations that have two kind of specific ingredients. Let's check them out.
All right, first up, it's all about the clock. You're under the gun when the deadline is basically breathing down your neck. You can see the finish line, sure, but time is absolutely not on your side. It's your biggest enemy in that moment.
And the second ingredient? It's that feeling of being in the spotlight. You know, that intense scrutiny? It feels like your boss, your colleagues, maybe even your clients, everyone is watching you, just waiting to see if you can pull it off. So the pressure isn't just in your head, it's coming at you from all sides.
Look, theory is great and all, but let's see how this idiom works out in the wild. Let's put it into a real-life example. Picture this, a pretty common workplace chat between two colleagues, Sarah and Mike. So Sarah walks up, she's straight to the point, she's got a hard deadline, and she is absolutely putting the pressure on Mike. We need it by close of business. Oof. You can almost hear the clock start ticking just a little bit faster, can't you? And boom. This is the perfect way for Mike to respond. He instantly lets her know what's up. I'm really under the gun. See, he's not just saying I'm busy. No, he's communicating everything. The tight deadline, the pressure, the whole shebang. It's super efficient and it paints a really clear picture of his situation.
Okay, so you get it, but how do you make sure this phrase actually sticks in your brain so you can use it yourself? Don't worry, I've got a little pro tip, a simple visual trick that's gonna lock it in for good.
So yeah, what is the secret? How do you make under the gun feel like a natural part of your vocabulary? Well, it all comes down to one really powerful mental image.
Here's what I want you to do. To really remember this, I want you to picture a cowboy in an old Western movie, right? Imagine someone's pointing a gun at him. He is literally under the gun. I mean, can you think of a more high-pressure, do-or-die situation? That's what this idiom is all about. It takes that intense feeling and applies it to our much less dangerous, but still stressful, modern deadlines.
And what's great is that this phrase is super versatile. You can totally use it to talk about yourself, like, man, I'm really under the gun with this report. Or you can use it to describe what someone else is going through. Yeah, she's really under the gun to close that deal. It works perfectly either way.
All right, you've been listening. Now it's your turn. Let's do a quick knowledge check and see if you've really got this down. I'm going to give you a scenario, and you just have to pick the best answer. Ready?
Okay, here we go. When is the best time to say you're under the gun? Is it A, when you're just chilling on a vacation, enjoying the beach? B, when you're facing a huge project that's due tomorrow? Or C, when you're out celebrating a big win with your team? Think about it for a second. And the answer is, of course, it's B. A huge project due tomorrow is pretty much the definition of being under the gun. So here's the big takeaway, right? Use this phrase for that perfect storm of high stakes and a ticking clock. And I'll leave you with a little something to think about. When was the last time you were truly under the gun? Just thinking about it, recognizing that feeling, that's the first step to really making this phrase your own.